Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft with Red. First and foremost, over the past couple of videos, I have probably sounded a little bit different to you guys. I apologize for that. It has been really warm in my recording studio, so I've had to have some fans on in the background, and I try to wash that background noise out so that you guys don't hear it too bad, but it also changes the way I sound a little bit as well. Today I have the fan set up a little bit different. It's still extremely warm in here where I am recording, so I do still have to have the fans going. So there may be a little bit of a background noise in this episode, or it may sound like I'm breathing into the microphone, but I guarantee it's just the fans trying to keep me cool while I do these recordings for you. Also, in between episodes here, I went ahead and I started to do a little bit more research in Thaumcraft here. As you can see, I've got quite a few things unlocked. I unlocked all of the golems. I unlocked all of their upgrades. I also got some of their accessories. There we go, if I can spit it out today. I also got some different golem cores unlocked that we're actually going to dive into today. And we also got, let's see, what else did we get? We got, well, last episode we got, of course, the wand focus shot and the wand focus of fire. We have a focus pouch now. We may end up making some more foci. I know at some point in time it would be nice, and we'll probably get the wand focus of equal trade. Possibly the portable hole. We will definitely be getting the wand focus of warding at some point in time in the near future as well, because that is really going to come in handy for a few different things. So off camera, I went ahead and I got us some magical tallow. Magical tallow is just 2 Praecantatio with 1 zombie brain. And what we're going to do with that, if we come over here to the crafting magical arcane workbench, there we go, and we take the magical tallow, we made 9 of them, put it together, we get a tallow block. Well, the tallow block is used for our first golem we are going to make, which is going to be a tallow golem. So, as we can see, it's got an average durability, average strength, average self-repair. It can carry 8 items at a time. It has an average speed, and upgrades, it has 2 available upgrade slots on it. So that's why I normally like running the tallow golems, just because, they're right in the middle of the board. They have a decent carry limit, they move fairly fast, they repair fairly fast, their strength and durability are about average. Plus, they also have the ability for 2 upgrades, and that's kind of big because that allows us to do a little bit more things with them. So to make the actual golem itself, we need that tallow block. We need 8 humanus, 8 modus, and 8 spiritus. Well, again, off camera, I went ahead and smelted a few things up and crystallized it. So here we have our 8 humanus, 8 spiritus, and 8 modus. So let us come over here and we'll go to our crucible and we will dump the spiritus, the modus, the spiritus, humanus, and the tallow block, and we get 1 tallow golem. Cool. Well, we're also going to need something to put on this golem. Right now he doesn't do anything. If we set him down right there, he's great. He's gonna get a goofy looking hat, which I really didn't want him to get, but that's okay. Yes, even golems can wear hats, which is slightly annoying, because well, now he's gonna walk around with a computer monitor on his head, and I didn't want that, but oh, whatever. So, although it is fitting, he's got the hat of BSOD, the blue screen of death, and he's just standing there with a sad look on his face, and he's not doing anything because basically he has blue screened because he doesn't have a program. He doesn't know what to do or how to do it. So, what can we do to fix that? Well, let's make a core for him. Now, to make the basic animation core, it was very simple. It was just a couple of bricks and a piece of Nitor over there in the arcane workbench with a little bit of Ignis and Ordo, which these symbols, that's a glitch, are reversed. It's the first time I've ever noticed that they are reversed. Okay. Anyway, they, it just requires a little bit of Ordo and a little bit of Ignis aspect from a wand, and that's how you get the animation core. And the first animation core that we are going to want is the decanting core. This allows golems to fill, to keep liquid inventories filled, with a certain type of liquid and whatnot, and that's fine. That's the start. So for that, we're going to need 5 aqua and 5 vacuous. Again, off camera, I went ahead and smelted all that stuff up, so we've got it all ready. So there's our 5 aqua, there's our 5 vacuous, and our animation core goes into the crucible, and there we go, our golem animation core decanting. And I hear you over there, Enderman. Endermini, rather. Alrighty, so what are we going to do this? Well, we're going to take it to the next step, and we're going to make a golem core of alchemy. Okay, and what this will allow our golems to do is it will allow our golems to move essentia around. So basically, what we'll be able to do with our golem is whatever we put in this alchemical furnace, we can have just a standard jar down here. He will come over, he will grab from this jar, and he will keep all of these jars stocked. Whichever essentia we want and or need. So let's go ahead and see what it takes to do that. It's going to take 3 water bottles and a warded jar, and of course our animation core of decanting on the center pedestal. We're going to need 15 aqua, 15 modus, and 15 precantatio. Well, let's take a look here, make sure we have everything, and we should. Got 23 of 15, that's good. 36 of 15, so that's good. And 23 of the 15 that we need. So we are all set on the essentia. A lot of that was left over from the stuff we've already done. The modus I did cook up for us, as well as I guess that was it. We didn't really need much of anything else. So let's go ahead and take our animation core. We will set it in the center there, and we will grab our warded jar, and let's put that right on the corner here. And since it's going to be 4, we're just going to go around each corner and place them right on the corner, because that'll make sure that everything is nice and evenly balanced. So again, with our wand, we're going to give the runic matrix a hit, and here we go. Here comes the precantatio. Here comes the aqua. And here comes the modus. Of course, once that's done, there goes the jar. There goes one of the bottles. There goes the other bottle. There goes the last bottle. And there we go, the golem animation core of decanting. Well, that's awesome. To equip this guy with the animation core, you just right click. However, I kind of derped. And that's not where we want him, is it? We want him over here off of this one. So let's put down a jar here so he can access. And we're going to need to make one more thing, because right now, we could hit him with a hammer or a pickaxe, and, that would kill him, but we don't want to kill our little homie. He's awesome. I love my little homies. You know, they're always fun and nice to have around. So we need something that we can control them with, and that's where the Dalamancer's Bell comes into play. Now the Dalamancer's Bell is real simple. It's just 4 pieces of nether quartz and a stick, plus 5 ordo. And that will let us control the Dalams, pick them up, and tell them more specifically what we want them to do and how to do it. So let's get our nether quartz here. 4 of those. Let's get a stick. 1 of those. We'll come down here to our work table. Like that. Like that. Our Dalamancer's Bell. Now, if any of you guys are familiar with Direwolf 20 or Soren, this is what Soren uses to ding and drive Direwolf crazy. So, now you guys know what to create to drive all of your friends crazy as well. So we're going to come over here and we're going to shift right click. No, we're not. We are going to shift left click. There we go, and that will pick up the golem. So now that we have him, we're going to come over here and we're going to set him down right there. And when you set down the golem, and cool, that got rid of his hat. I'm glad about that. But wherever you right click the golem, that's where they will attach themselves initially. That's going to be kind of their home position. Okay, so if you right click a golem on the side of a chest, he will be attached to that chest. So you could have him empty that chest or fill that chest or whatever. You know, we have him attached to this warded jar. So, you know, he's going to be emptying this warded jar or filling this warded jar, whichever we tell him to do. However, with this, we're actually going to be telling him to empty this jar. So again, if we right click, there he goes. Now he comes to life and he's looking around for something to do because he currently has absolutely nothing to do because there's no, you know, liquid in there. Well, let's give him something to do here. What are we kind of running a little bit low on? Well, we could use some Praecantatio. We could use some Aqua. Let's go ahead and see if we have any Praecantatio that we could have him smelt down. Yeah, 14. Yeah, that works. So if we go in here and drop this in, see, he will fill up his little jar. But again, he doesn't know what he's doing with it. He's like, alright, I've filled up my jar. Now what, dude? So, we're going to right click on the jar. Sorry, we're going to shift right click on the golem. There we go. And right click on the jar. There we go. And he's going to sit there and he's going to derp a bit. There we go. Unselect it. And then we can come down here. And if we go something like this, we can come all the way out, if we wanted to here. Okay. And let's put a mark there for the moment. And then we can come all the way down here. And we will put a mark right here. And that should, in theory, tell him that he's searching between those 2 points. However, it is not. So to remove a point, you just right click. Let's go ahead and do something like this. And we will remove this point as well. There we go. And see if we can do that. Nope, you don't like that? Alright, well I know for a fact we right click on the jars. There we go. Now he knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And he is slowly walking back and forth and putting all of that stuff in here. Although that's cool and all. You know, I appreciate it, little homie. Thanks. Let's go ahead and grab some more warded jars here. And, you know, we'll probably end up coming clear out to here. And clear out to here. So let's just go along and place whatever water jars we got down. There we go. So that was 8. So we're going to need, what, 8 over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6 over here. So we need 7 more water jars. I think we might be able to handle that. Come in here and grab some more glass, so we can get some more panes. Let's just make a full stack. We're also going to need some wood slabs. Need 7 of those. I'll come back over here. Lay our glass panes down. And there we go. Made 7 of those. Cool. That's right, you can't double click to get stuff out of the arcane workbench. That's a little bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is. So let us go ahead and we will set that one down there. And there we go. Now we can pick up this cobblestone just to make it look all nice and pretty again. So now, you know, we have all of these jars here that are empty. Well, you know, we've got these jars that are labeled, and, you know, he went straight to the Praecantatio, which, nice job, little dude. But what happens if we start putting something in there that, you know, we don't already have a jar for? Well, that's where, you know, this little dude is smart. So let's get some spiritus. I know we don't have any spiritus out here. And I have a feeling we'll be needing some. Actually, no, let's not do spiritus. Let's do let's do some herba, because we will need some herba a little bit later. 32 of them. That's cool. So let's go ahead and toss some herba in there. Watch what he does. He finds the closest jar and he starts filling that up. How cool is that, right? So, you know, he's not like a complete and total idiot. He's actually very smart. The golems are quite smart about their, you know, what they're looking for and how to do stuff. So, he's going to just sit there and, you know, take all of the essentia out of that jar and bring it over here and fill this all the way up. There we go. 32. All set. Nice job, dude. Well, that's fun, but he still looks bland to me. And golems are notorious for having quite a short eyesight range. So, let's see what we can do to help him out a little bit here. Do we have any string in here? Not enough for what we want to do. So that's fine. We'll just zip upstairs real quick and get our bearings. There we go. Let's come down here, and, well, we've only got 15 glass panes. That's fine. That'll fill up most of this area here. There we go. And just because I'm tired of running out of it, just fill the rest of our inventory with wool. There we go. Don't worry, guys. We will be getting, well, not getting rid of the cheat system, but you know, we won't be using it as much because we definitely have plans to get farms going and stuff like that. It's just right now it's easier and quicker, and you know, I don't mind using it in the beginning, but I want to become self-sufficient as quick as possible. So we're going to whoops, didn't want to throw the glass panes in there. Come back here. There we go. Wool. Go away. Thank you. We're going to need about 8 black wool. We're also going to need just a couple pieces of gold. There we go. Some gold. We're actually going to need some regular glass. About 2 pieces of that. And a little bit of iron. 2 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and let's see here. And that should be cool. Oh, no. I know what else we need. We need a piece of string. There we go. Alright. So if we come over here, we can take our wool and go in a pattern like this with a piece of gold. And now we get an accessory top hat. What butler or, little homie is complete without a top hat? Now, it also does some extra stuff. So we will go over that in a moment. The last 4 pieces of black wool with a piece of string in the middle. Again, what butler is complete without a bow tie? Gotta make him look fashionable, right? And last but not least, if we take our 2 pieces of glass and a piece of iron in the middle, we get spectacles. And that is what will help him see farther. So if we come over here, we can look at what we learned and what I researched. Tiny hats. This tiny hat is the perfect accessory for any golem. Not only is it stylish and dashing, but any golem wearing it will have an increased health and vitality. So that means that, they get a little bit more health. Well, that's cool. Not that he's really going to, get harmed or anything down here. But, if something happens and we oops or whatever, it's going to take a lot longer for him to kick the bucket because he's got a little bit more health. Now, the tiny spectacles, golems are notoriously short-sighted, and these glasses alleviate that weakness to some degree. So this allows them to see just a little bit farther. Well, that's awesome. We want them to be able to see. And of course, the tiny bow tie, a must for any golem on the go. This bow tie will fill it with additional energy, increasing its pace. So now he'll move a little bit faster. And if we go ahead and we start throwing this on, there's his little bow tie, there's his top hat, and of course there's his glasses. And now he is definitely styling, just like our little homie should. We of course want him to look good. And notice how his health went up from 20 to 25. So that's awesome. He's got some extra health and whatnot, and he'll move, just a bit faster. Let's come in here and grab, let's see here, something else that we will use. I know we'll use some iter at some point in time, for sure. So let's go ahead and throw about a quarter stack in there and watch him go to work. So there we go, and as you can see, he is moving, quite a bit faster now, which is awesome. It's nice to see him moving, a little bit faster. And of course, we will grab a label here, and we will right-click it on there, just so that he knows that iter will always go in this jar. Alright, cool. Thanks, dude. Let's help him out some more, because for me, he's still just a little bit slow. I mean, he's only an average golem, so he's not the fastest, but he's definitely not the slowest. But let's see if we can't speed him up a little bit more. And we sure can if we take a look at the golem upgrade Air. When this upgrade is attached to a golem, it will increase its movement and ranged attack speed. Well, that's cool, and that's exactly what we want. He's not going to be attacking anything. He doesn't have any weapons. We can make golems with weapons, and they will attack. But right now, we just want him to move faster. So that's the primary thing that we're looking at here. And to make that, that's just really simple. It's 8 golden nuggets around an air shard. Well, we should be able to do that without too much problem. Let's grab a couple of air shards here. There we go. We've got 1 piece of gold on us, and we've got 5 nuggets there. Looks like we're going to need another piece of gold. So there we go. We'll come over here to our arcane workbench. Round and round we go, like that, and to golem upgrade Air. Again, same thing with these. You just point at your golem and right click. And if you look, they go right down there on his belt line. Okay, so now he is fully upgraded with everything that we can get on him at this point in time. There is a way to add 1 more ability to a golem, 1 more upgrade spot. But we're not going to get into that just yet, because that has some very negative side effects sometimes. So now if we throw these 16 Itor in here, watch how fast he moves. Look at that. I mean, he's blazing comparatively to what he was doing earlier. Nice job, dude. See? Already done. Dude, you're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, bow my head to you too, buddy. So, we've got that. So, in between episodes here, you know, I will work on getting some more of these jars filled up with some more essentia that we're going to need. And I believe next episode we will work towards doing something, you know, a little bit more along the lines with the golems. Because, you know, sure, I could sit here and, you know, I could toss stuff into this thing, which, you know, that's not a problem. It's right here. But anything else, you know, I have to come over here and whatnot and put stuff into it. And maybe I don't want to do that. Or maybe, you know, I want a golem that, you know, if I build something off over on that wall or the far wall over there or even over there, you know, I don't want to, you know, run over there and keep that stocked with stuff, you know. I can make a golem that will run and do that for me. So let me think about what I want to do. You know, right now there's really not much of a need for it, but you know, that's something that we definitely can do in the near future. You know, we could even create a golem if we wanted to start pulling stuff out of this chest. We could have them start throwing it into an ME system or something, or into another chest, so it's all consolidated. Again, not quite sure, but we will definitely come up with something. So if you like this episode, make sure to hit that like button down below. You know, especially, you know, for the little homie here. You know, he loves it when you guys hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon so you know when new content comes out. Also, follow me on Twitter. It's at Irish Red Gaming. Also, don't forget to check out some of the other guys that, you know, I play with and whatnot, you know, like One Ocean 10, J Womack Games, and there's also Duckman Gaming. They're all great guys. They put up a lot of different content. They put up some LSPDFR and GTA 5 content. Unfortunately, it's not viewer friendly. I'm sorry, not viewer friendly, but it's not necessarily family friendly, and it is definitely viewer discretion advised. But they are great guys if you are old enough to watch such content, especially Ocean. You know, he's been doing a heck of a job over there on his channel. Coming up on almost 10,000 subscribers. That's absolutely phenomenal for him. I can't be any more happy for him. And actually, by the time this video comes out, he might actually be well over 10,000 subscribers. He plays on the Minecraft server with me. We've got, you know, the works, you know, working up here to, you know, get back in the server and start working on the stuff with all of the guys again. Ocean, Neon, Caden hopefully will be back. We've got a new guy who came in, J Womack Gaming, or Games rather. So Womack joined us. We've also got Tiger. Tiger is finally in the server now, got her computer up and running, and so she'll be on to hopefully record with us as well. And, you know, we'll just get all the gang together and we'll start putting stuff together. So anyways, guys, again, I hope you liked the video, and I will talk to you in the next one. See ya.